Alright everyone, welcome back to another Warzone event. So, got about 4 minutes until the event starts. I'll just quickly run through a couple of things. So, we're going up against server 728. And I don't think we've versed them before from memory, although I could be wrong. Having a look at their top 3 players. As you can see, the very top player is sitting at 257 million, second is 190 million, and then third 184 million. Those are their top 3 players. And then if we compare that to, our server 685, you'll see that our number 1 is of course Jess, sitting at 599 million, Progress at 372, and Burra at 321. Now we are the invaders for this one, so we're in server 728 at the moment. Unlike most Warzone duels, this time I'm not actually going to go to the mud. I'm just going to stay shielded outside the mud. There I am there, and my alliance, along with a few other ones, are tasked with holding the cannon, the east cannon, pretty much. So that's going to be my focus, just to go for the east cannon. And depending on how things sort of pan out, I might try reinforce the capital as well. Just depends on how things go. There's Jess over there positioned right close to the capital. Yeah, and looking at like the defenders, they have a decent amount of, players around the capital, so should be a good battle. Not as many people in the mud as the last Warzone duel we had, but still a decent amount. It doesn't actually look like anyone from 728 is in the mud yet, but they're probably planning to head there maybe after the event starts. But yeah, so now, before anyone adds me in the comments why you're not going into mud this time, let me just explain. Okay, so last Warzone duel, I lost way too many troops. In fact, I lost all my troops, so I had 0 for a day or so. And with alliance events and everything else, I just haven't been able to, train enough troops. And the other thing as well is I'm trying to focus on upgrading my HQ to 35 as quick as possible. And that takes a lot of resources, so I can't afford to lose any resources whilst being attacked. So that's why I'm deciding to not go into the mud this time. Alright, so the event should be starting fairly soon. It's 1 minute to go. So what I'll actually do is, because some of my alliance members are also there, I'm just going to drop a siege banner just to add a little bit of a boost in strength. Okay, so should be starting soon. And I'm going to go for probably this tile once the event starts. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to now. I've got to find an empty tile. Okay, the event has started, so let me find... Yeah, this one's good. This one's empty. So my strategy is just pretty much, focus on this east cannon, and that's my main focus pretty much. So the thing as well with reinforcing these buildings, it's always a good idea just to have an average or minimum of about 30-second march time before you actually head towards it. So that can be a good thing. Okay, now you can see 7 to 8 players are starting to fill up the mud. They're still outnumbered though, which is the opposite of what happened in our last Warzone event, so that's at least good to see. Currently holding all of the buildings, which is good. Yeah. Judging by this sort of, I don't think 728 is going to win this one. Obviously, it's a very bold prediction, but I'm just saying, like, they don't really have enough players sort of in the mud. So, but we'll see. Anything can happen. We still got, obviously, Jess over there. Alright, we're already in the lead at 4% capture, so that's not too bad. Where's my squad? Okay, it's heading over there. Alright, about 41 seconds, almost there. This should be close enough. Wait, this is new. What is this new icon popping up here? Wow. I swear I've never seen that before. That must be some new update or something. Interesting. Great Pyramid. Okay, so there'll be like 58 reinforcing that cannon. We still have maintained the lead and our capture as well. I'm probably going to end up potentially going to the capital as well, just so I can open a few boxes. Maybe. I'll see. You know what? I'm going straight to the capital. If I can even march from there. Yeah, I can. Alright, so far we still are in the lead. Haven't got any... Oh wait, which server is this player from? 708, okay, interesting. You know, the other thing with being in the mud as well, unless you're like a super strong whale, you're not even going to have time to reinforce any of the buildings. You're just going to get like ashed, and that's going to be the end of it. So that's one thing I've noticed. Every time I go to the mud, I don't even focus on the buildings. Like, I just focus on ashen bases. So it's good for points, but not good for actually winning the duel, if that makes sense. So that's why it's like, well, it's actually better, you know, to actually stay shielded outside the mud if you want to focus purely on just capturing the buildings, unless you're a whale. Obviously, if you're a whale and you're in the mud, you can send out, you know, maybe your second strongest squad, have your first one to defend your base, and you could stay in the mud for a long time before eventually you get ashed, right? So, like, that's what Jess has that privilege, like, because all his squads are so powerful. Like, even if someone attacked him, he wouldn't be teleported out because his like squad power is insanely strong. So damn, we got like 80 reinforcements. That's crazy. And it doesn't even look like anyone is even attacking, like from 7 to 8. Doesn't even look like they're even attacking the capital, because everyone's still at 100%. No one's like getting any damage dealt. Like Yeah, I think this is going to be like an easy victory, to be honest. So what is this? Turn off Warzone notifications. Yeah, that is a new thing. That's interesting. I don't think that was even mentioned in the update, but yeah, that's definitely new. Already almost at 20%. So, and literally all the buildings we've been able to hold. So this is probably going to be a easy victory. Let's see how Jess is doing. Doesn't look like anyone's even attempting to attack him. So, and I mean, yeah, not a lot happening actually in the mud. We've also got a few players in there still, but not that many actually. Not as many as I was like expecting. So okay, we got Boss attacking this player over here. Let's see, what's his power? 94.6. Nah, it looks like he's too powerful. A lot of bases sort of bouncing off. I don't know what he's like. What's the name? What do you call it? His total Euro power is, or at least the Euro power for his like first squad. I mean, if his total power is like 193, yeah, it's hard to say. That's usually not a good indication anyway, so. But I know Boss's squad is around, like his first squad, is it? Like, I think it's like 41 million or something. So this guy either has an air squad or he's got, he's also, okay. He's either got an air squad or maybe he's got a really strong tank squad, or he's put all three of his squads, or four if he has a fourth one, on the wall. That could be why people are like bouncing off. But anyway, let's get back to the capital. So we're at 23%. So we're doing pretty good so far. Still holding all the buildings, including the cannons. And I've like received 0 damage so far whilst reinforcing the capital. And looking again at everyone else that's reinforcing the capital, it doesn't look like anyone is receiving any kind of damage whatsoever. Let me go to the top though, because there is like quite a lot of people reinforcing. Let's see. Still everyone's at 100, which means they haven't got any damage taken yet. Still 100. Yep. Yep, still 100, still 100. Yep, now, apart from this is like the only player that has got any kind of damage, which is like nothing, only 2%, so yeah, I think my prediction was correct. This is going to be a very easy battle. Yeah, I guess the only downside is we're not going to get much points, but, well, unless you went into the mud, but, you know, I'm not too phased, honestly. There's a lot of other ways to get those rewards, like the honor points. There's Cannon Storm, Winter Storm, Desert Storm, so I'm not too phased about that, to be honest. I'm more just hyper focused on my HQ right now. I really need to save every bit of resource I can to do these upgrades, because I'm on HQ 33 and I'm still trying to upgrade, all the necessary buildings to get to HQ 34. And let me tell you, it's expensive. Like, the amount of oil, iron, food, gold you need is just insane. And oil's the hardest one by far. Like, getting enough oil, like for free is super difficult, because listen, I do not spend any actual money on oil or resources, like never, unless they come. Sometimes when I buy like the battle pass, if it comes with the resource chest, which for this week's battle pass it does, as you can see, but I haven't bought it yet because I don't know if I am. I'm still thinking about it, but as you can see, it comes with those resource chests, but not a UR resource chest, so nothing crazy. But like, the thing is, with oil, you can buy oil, from the store. I think it's like the weekly deal. Yeah, there it is there. But it's like, I've never ever bought oil. I'm not planning on ever like buying oil. I never buy these like packs from this store, to be fair. The only time I've ever really done it is sometimes I'll get like this daily must buy. Like, for example, the Overlord training pack. If I'm like 30 short of doing an upgrade, I might pick this up. Otherwise, I don't really touch this store very often. The main thing I sort of buy consistently is the battle passes, and sometimes this one. But I haven't got this one this time because I'm like, I don't know. But one thing I did do, which I usually don't do, is I went for this total mobilization thing. What I did was I purchased, I think it was the premium pack, so I could get enough of these tickets to exchange it for these Overlord shards, because I was just shy of like having enough to go to the level 4 gorilla. So I bought that just to get that, and that was it. So that's the only time I ever go for those packs. But like I said, usually you only go for the battle passes, but I'm still deciding whether or not it's worth it to buy every single battle pass every week or not. That I'm not sure of, so yeah. But anyway, so we're at like 34%. I don't think, 728 has even been able to do anything with the capital, but at least they have been able to take over this, what cannon was this one? The North Cannon, I think. Is it the North Cannon? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So they've been able to capture that one. So props to them for doing that. I'll probably just send out my second squad to that one, because why not? It won't hurt, so see if I can, get some points from attacking that cannon. Nah, too late anyway. That's what I thought. Now it's back again. Okay, but obviously the capital is the most important one anyway, so yeah. But yeah, that's probably going to be like one of those ones where it's like capture, not capture, capture, not capture, you know what I mean? So where's boss gone to? Okay, so they've moved away. At least another good thing with not being in the mud is it's easy to, like, do some commentary on the battle. Don't have to worry about, like, my base getting nashed or anything like that, so. But yeah, look at this. We're already at, like, close to 40%. So if we maintain this lead within, 28 minutes or so, we'll have won this duel, so. Okay, looks like they've got that cannon back, and my second squad is still in the way. I'll just wait till it gets a bit closer and then reinforce that one. I might be able to at least get some points for that. You know what, I might as well just reinforce with all my squads, like... Alright, so my second squad should be sort of getting closer there. Let's see the march time. Still about 1 minute, just gotta wait a bit more, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go now. 52 seconds, that's not too bad. And my third squad is still on the way. Wait, how much does my show? 4 hours, okay. See, the honest truth about like going to the mod, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents here, right? Like, obviously, yeah, I mean, it can help sometimes, right? But look at, just take this for example, like, you know, I'm sitting there shielded on the sidelines. You know, some people might not like the fact that I'm doing that, but the fact of the matter is I've been able to reinforce the capital, I've reinforced this cannon, and I'm going to reinforce this third cannon as well. So it's like, this event, it's, I mean, yeah, if you want individual points, yeah, it's best to go to the mud because you can get those quickly by ashing bases. But at the end of the day, the way you win this event is by capturing the capital, right? And maintaining the capture. So like I was saying at the very beginning, if I was in the mud, right, guaranteed I would have been ashed within a few minutes because I'm not really a whale, okay, by the what people would consider to be a whale in this game. I do not fit that criteria, so I'm more like a dolphin. So like, even if I was like literally say right in this spot, yeah, it's close to the capital, it's close to the cannons, but I would have been ashed, like, as I said, in like probably like 1 or 2 minutes. And then I would have had to teleport back in, probably would have lost my spot, and then would have had to teleport like somewhere on the outer edges, you know, of the mud. Probably would have gotten ashed again and then teleported out. It just, like, if you think about it, like, what am I actually achieving? Like, I'm getting points, yeah, but am I actually able to maintain any kind of reinforcement? No. Whereas being on the sideline, I can actually do that. So that's why I'm like, you know, would rather do that. And like, look at this. Even though I'm on the sideline and I'm shielded and I've been reinforcing this cannon, finally I can get some kind of points because I've just been ashed, right? So that's cool. So that's the cool thing. And, you know, like, I'm probably not going to get that many points if I have a look, yeah. But I honestly don't care about opening those boxes this time around. Like I said, there's so many other events you can get those same resources from and rewards. So it's like, I'm not too bothered. But at least 7 to 8 are starting to, you know, make some kind of progress. Like, they've got that cannon. I probably, there's only 1 reinforcement. When my third squad, like, sort of hits this cannon, I might try to reinforce this one again. We'll see. But you can see the reinforcement numbers. You got 50 there, 4, 12, and 8. So we have like too many people reinforcing this one. So I'm probably gonna head on over to maybe... Oh, damn. I totally forgot about my third squad. Oh, that's funny. And I just got ashed when I was on the tile. Lol. Oh well. We still got control of the capital, 50%. So, still in a very good lead. This is like a night and day difference compared to like our the last war. We had the last duel with what is it? Was it 735 or wait, let me double check. Yeah, it was 735. That was a totally different war. Like we got our asses handed to us. Lol, and I just got one box. Yeah, now that was just a... If you go check out the video of that, like, we totally got destroyed. I was literally in the mud for that entire battle, and I literally didn't even have a chance to reinforce any of the buildings. I was literally just trying to, like, ash bases, and that goes back to my point I was saying before, like, yeah, I mean, I was getting tons of points, like, literally in the first 5 minutes. I'd opened all boxes, but did I even capture any buildings? Nope. Did we lose the war? Yes. So, this, look, I'm trying to go on a bit of a rant here because I'm trying to understand why so many people always are like, go to the mud, go to the mud, go to the mud. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I understand it's a war game, but it's also a strategy game. Like, you can't just like go to the mud and just ash bases and expect that's going to just guarantee victory. Like, you need to capture the capital. That is literally the event. You have to capture the capital. Doesn't matter how many bases you ash, you know. And like I said, someone like Jess, who's like a mega whale, like he can stay in the mud and he's not going anywhere. Like, it doesn't matter how many people try to attack his base, unless it's like another mega whale that has similar power. Majority of the players, like 95% of the players, are not going to be able to ash his base, right? So he can sit there comfortably, like, he can send out, like I said, his second squad to the capital, leave his first to defend, or even, in fact, because he's such a mega whale, he could probably even send, like, his third squad to the capital, and it would still be fine, because obviously the rest of us are also reinforcing, and he could keep his other squads defending his base, and, like, no one's going to touch him. Like, they can try, but they're just going to bounce off. So that's what I'm trying to... That's why, like, I don't see the point of a dolphin to be in the mud. You know what I mean? Like, dolphins should be surrounding the mud, not inside the mud. Because, like I said, I've literally been reinforcing this capital with my first squad. I have now taken some damage, but, like, I've literally been in the capital for, like, ages. So, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is what wins the duel. It's, like, being in the capital, reinforcing the capital. That's the most important thing, so... And I mean, like, looking at this capital, we still have 74 members reinforcing. So even by the time, like, I get ashed, it won't make a difference because we have so many people reinforcing. So it's easy. It's very easy. And people might say, yeah, but the march time takes too long when you're outside the mud. Yeah, but at least you can actually march. If you're inside the mud, you're a dolphin, you get ashed. Who cares about the march time? You're gone. It's not going to make a difference. But the cool thing is... Even though, like I said, I'm not really too worried about, you know, opening up these boxes, just by reinforcing and, you know, getting damage done towards my squad, I can still get some points, even if it's like minimal. But like I said, I'm honestly not really, you know, concerned with opening those boxes. Like I said, I need to get to HQ 35 ASAP. So that's my goal. That's what I'm focusing on. Season 4 is going to start fairly soon on my server, so I really, like, it's wishful thinking. Like, I kind of wish, or I'm hoping I can get to HQ 35 before Season 4 starts, but that ain't going to happen. Like, judging by the Champion Duel, which I think it had, how many days was it again? I can't check, that's right, because I'm, like, not in there. But I think it had, like, 10 or 14 days remaining or something. Even with the black market event, there's, like, 8 days. Usually, like, the new season will start, like, I think it's, like, a week or 2 weeks after that, those end, if from memory. I don't remember exactly, but it's, like, fairly soon after that, so it's not going to be that long until, you know, Season 4 starts on our server, and I still have, like... So I've already started the HQ upgrade for, or not the HQ upgrade, but the upgrade for the tech center, barracks, and now I'm trying to get enough resources to start my tank center upgrade. And then I still have the Alliance hub, and also what is the other one? I think the wall. I got to get all of those up. So I got like a lot of buildings to get up to, and like I said, each one of those upgrades are super expensive. Like the amount of, you know, food, iron, gold, and also oil you need just for those individual upgrades is like insane. So yeah, it's just it's hard. It's really hard. Because like I said, I don't spend money on resources, so unless it's in the battle pass. Okay, so I can send out another squad. I'll probably send off to this one because this has the least amount of, you know, players. So seconds. I think my second squad is, yeah, it's come back. Damn, I gotta try to remember to keep a track of that so I don't get like ashed on the tile again, because that's just pointless then. That was like a waste of a march. I'm kind of tempted to just like march directly to the cannon. I know obviously like that's going to make the march time a lot slower, and sometimes some servers hate it when you do that because like it's sort of you're taking up a spot that someone else might be able to take if they were closer. I mean, I get that, but at the same time it's like, you know, who cares? Okay. Wow, this is cool. Lol. Alright, so we still got 68% in capture, so far 7 to 8 has not been able to do any kind of or do any kind of capture, I guess you could say it that way. I don't know how many of their players are actually like actively involved in this battle. I mean, they do have quite a well, they have a decent amount surrounding the mud, but yeah, who's this one? Is this the same one that was there before? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, also that's the other thing to mention. It doesn't look like 7 to 8 is getting any kind of help from like another server, whereas our last duel against 735, GMM was helping out because they were like, they're kind of like the biggest rivals of MKT from our server. So, and they were like their verse opponent for that week. So that's why they were like having a lot of fun, just distracting everyone. So that one was kind of like a 2 versus 1 battle. So we did have a bit of a disadvantage from the start, but 735 still deserved the win. Like, you know, they did a good job anyway. So yeah. Okay, now they have finally been able to do some damage to my first squad. So, oh, look at that. First time they've been able to actually get control of the capital. So that's good to see, because it's kind of boring when just like one server is like dominating. Like, it's such a boring battle. So this is a lot more fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to stick to just keeping my first squad for the capital and my second and third for the cannons. So looking at all the cannons, what's the least amount of reinforcements? Is it showing up? It's 22, 25, 36. All right, I'm still going to focus on this one. Okay, so about 1 minute 50. Yeah, that's good enough. I reckon just march straight ahead to that one. And just because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to keep track of this, I'm just going to go ahead and send out my third squad directly to the cannon, because I don't give a F. Gotta love that when they send out a dig during a duel. Teasing us. Alright, so 74%. We've got about 10 minutes if we maintain this to win this duel. So, and like I said, I'm about like 95% certain we've got this one in the bag. So not as many of their players in the mud anymore. They are they might be giving up maybe, or just you know, waiting or something, who knows. And yeah, oh well, Jess has actually taken damage. Well, okay, so he's actually been Ash there. I wonder who actually was going for him. Was it this guy maybe? HQ34. He seems fairly powerful, like 252 million total power. A lot of kills as well. Maybe. Wait, this wasn't the one from the top 3, was it? Let's see. Mandu. No. But fairly close, like in the top 5. I've always wondered that, like with mega whales, you know, like how if people, like if like 50 players consistently kept attacking them, would that eventually like send them away? Like, would that be enough? Like, because obviously each hit you take, like you're going to lose some amount of troops, right? So like, it might be like 5 if it's a really weaker player. It might be like 500. It could be like over 2,000 if it's like a very strong march. But I always found that quite interesting. Okay, so they've got control of the capital again, but like I said, like it's, you know, for them to come back from this kind of like lead we have is almost impossible, I would say, unless somehow they had like another server just jump in and help out, like a super powerful server. But I doubt that's going to happen. As you can see, there's literally only like 2 other, well, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 players from another server, but it doesn't look like they're really doing anything. They might just be doing something else. Maybe they like got a verse opponent or alliance in this server or something. So, but so far I've got my second squad reinforcing this cannon, and wait, where was I sending out this one? I swear. Oh, that's right, going to that one. Yep. And then once my first squad comes back, I'll just send it back to the capital. Though there's only like 8 minutes until we, you know, capture the capital, as long as, you know, we don't get ashed away from it. So by then, I mean, yeah, I should have enough time to still come back and reinforce the capital. So I wonder if Jess is gonna come back to... Nah, he probably won't come back to the same spot. Let me see if he's come back actually. If he has, it would be like... should be fairly close to the capital. Haven't seen him yet. Maybe he's like, nah, don't even need to come back. Like, this is a guaranteed victory. Good one. Good one. Alright, I don't know where Jess is. I don't know if he's like, you know, training some more troops before he comes back or something. But I don't see him back in the mud since he got Ash there. Nah, doesn't look like it. Yeah, I see a lot of people like teleporting out by the looks of it, so I think they might just be trying to get some further points so they can ash like other bases. Now, like I was saying before, I don't know if I'm going to do that just because I need to save as much resources as possible. So if I do try attack like another base within the server and someone else tries to attack me, obviously I'm going to lose resources, and like I said, I can't really afford to do that right now because I need to keep every resource I can to focus on these HQ upgrades. So, and like I said, yeah, I mean the rewards are like, at least for the honor points, they're not too bad. Like you can get, by opening up all these boxes, you'll be able to get like one blueprint. But like I said, you can still get those same like honor points from a lot of other events, which is good. So, I mean, literally, apart from like the honor points, all the other like rewards you're getting from these chests are like not that amazing, very standard. So, especially the quantity of them, like, so. Yeah, so I might just hold off of from actually, what's the name? Going for those bases. Jess is back now. I think he was just training some troops, probably. Alright. Like I said, I know I can go to the tile to make it faster, but I'm too lazy. I'm just going straight for the building just so I can focus on other things. Like talking shit. Okay, so... Right, yeah, so look, 90%, 3 or 4 minutes ago, we definitely got this one, I reckon. Alright, we're almost there at 93%. And... okay, so my third squad has just been ashed from that cannon. At least I'll get some points, also even for my verses as well. Because I'm pretty sure, yep, lose troops still count, so that's fine. Holy damn, 52.2 million. That is pretty damn strong. This one guy like wiped out so many players. That's crazy. I'm still kind of debating whether or not I should try Ash the bases for the points and risk losing like resources. I don't know. Is it worth sacrificing those resources just for like 10k honor points? I don't know, because I can get the honor points from Desert Storm, Winter Storm, and now Cannon Storm, which is awesome. Yeah, nah. I'm just gonna leave it. Just focus on saving those resources. At least I can still get the diamonds at the end. Alright, we got a few seconds left, and then this victory is in the bag, so not too long. Even had time to, you know, reinforce the capital one last time. And there you have it. We have won the Warzone Dual against server 728. Nice. Okay, so that's the end of the duel. So, I mean, that was very one-sided. But congrats to 728 for, you know, showing up and at least putting up a decent fight. So props to them for that. Props to everyone in, you know, 685 for all the hard work they've done as well. Well, eggs now. Gotta get all these eggs, guys. Just give me a second. Oh, there's a lot of eggs. Damn, they're going so quick. Where's them diamonds at? Where is them diamonds? Okay. Let me wait. My squads should be close enough, so let's go 4. If I can find any. Let me just go for this one. Alright, so yeah. So that was a very quick duel, not too long. Not crazy intense, and like I said, a bit one-sided, but still props to 728 for showing up and, you know, trying the best. So but yeah, no, that was a very good battle. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And that's probably going to be the last duel for us for some time because we didn't make it through the first round. So, but anyway, at least we'll have another duel in the future and I'll be able to record that one. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.